where media personality Thabiso Sikwane has died at the age of 50. Her family confirmed her death this morning. It's still not clear what the cause of her death was. Sikwane's career in broadcasting spans 20 years, when she dabbled in both the radio and television. Now, she's also the author of a bilingual kids' book titled God Loves You. Her family praised her for her illustrious career on radio and TV, saying they hope her legacy will continue to inspire future generations. Now, Sikwane is also the former wife of popular DJ Fresh. For more on this, I'm joined now by media commentator Albie Modise. Mr. Modise, a pleasure to have you on the program, despite the circumstances. Firstly, Thabiso Sikwane's career spanned both radio and television, and she also made a significant impact in the media industry. In your view, how did her work shape the media landscape in this country?
Sandla, good afternoon, and thanks for the opportunity. As we join millions of South Africans paying tribute to the lifetimes and the work of Thabiso Sikwane. Thabiso, my first introduction to her work actually was in the mid-90s when the public broadcaster had done away with one of its longest-running television show. There was something called Good Morning South Africa on SABC television. And it was in the mid-90s. South Africa was in the transition phase, and the SABC at that time was moving along with the democratic beat. And she emerged as one of the co-presenters and hosts of the breakfast team, or the breakfast club, rather, as they called it, the show that replaced the Good Morning South Africa in those early in the mid-90s. So it was her arrival on television. It came at a point where even the licensing of new radio stations, Greenfield stations in 1997, the likes of Kaya FM, the likes of YFM, and the likes of Classic FM. And that's where she also would make her mark in terms of broadcasting landscape on Y as well as on Kaya FM. And later on transitioned to popular national brands like your SAFM, and also when the Power FM was launched, she was part of the group that was drafted onto the team to launch the Gauteng-based regional station. So she's someone who had really held her own. She really was able to stamp her authority when it came to talk radio. She really masterfully ran with talk shows on Kaya as well as on Power FM. And on the SFM, she was also a presenter of their afternoon show for quite a number of years. And I always locate her career alongside the evolution of broadcasting in South Africa. Broadcasting in this country has always reflected the changes that have sought to not just alter the sound, but also bring into the lineup a wide array of broadcasters from different racial groupings, but also at the same time ensure a space for women in broadcasting. And it's quite an ironic one, because as we wrap up Women's Month, we bid a fond and a painful farewell to a broadcaster of her stature, who has over the years been able to make a mark and has been able to really change the sound of radio and alter the sound of television in this country.
Albie, to take from Thabiso's popular sign-off, Modimo Gyo, it did really signify her passion for Christ, and also her family life was evident in her public persona. How did these aspects of her influence, or even her professional work, also in the way that she connected with her audience as well? Maybe give us your views on that.
Look, it's someone that I followed quite religiously on radio and television and on social media platforms. Deeply religious, loved life, had an utmost respect for the Creator, and you had to hear that, like you correctly quoted the tagline on her radio shows, and also someone with a deep affinity for life, and you really have to have all of those elements in place for you to really come out as a well-rounded broadcaster who understands the needs of the listeners and the viewers, and she was equal to that task. And handled her assignments with aplomb on all of the different assignments. From the first time when I heard her on SABC television, the last time when I heard her on radio as well, and all the different social media platforms I followed, she came across as quite a solid, deeply religious person.
Albie, thank you so much for making time for us and joining us as we reflect on the life and legacy of broadcaster Thabiso Sikwane.